Today, we're diving into a really incredible story of transformation. It's all about how a nation took what was basically a natural burden and turned it into a multi-billion-dollar opportunity, all by figuring out how to unlock the hidden value in its most abundant resource.
So let's just start with the big question right up front. Say your country is sitting on a mountain of some resource, but it's considered low quality. How do you go about unlocking its real potential? I mean, how do you literally triple its value? That's the puzzle we're going to unpack today. Okay, here's our starting point. $25. That is the market value for a ton of raw, low-grade Indonesian coal. Just 25 bucks. It's so cheap because it's full of moisture and it just doesn't produce a lot of energy. For a long, long time, this stuff has been seen as more of a problem than a prize.
And now, look at this, $78 a ton. We're talking more than a 300% jump in value from the exact same stuff we just saw. This massive leap is the whole reason we're talking about this. So the question is, how on earth is this even possible?
To really get the solution, you've got to first appreciate the problem. Why this coal was considered a burden to begin with.
So Indonesia has tons of this coal. I mean, mountains of it. The issue isn't about finding it, it's about the quality. This stuff has a pretty low energy rating, about 3,400 kilocalories per kilogram. And it's got a super high moisture content. That makes it really inefficient to burn and a real pain to transport, which of course is why it gets such a low price on the world market.
So what if you could fundamentally change the nature of the coal itself? This is where we get to the technological heart of the story.
The key is this technology called thermal upgrading. And listen, the most important word on this slide is permanent. This isn't just about sticking the coal in an oven to dry it out. It's a patented process that actually restructures the coal, on a molecular level. It locks in a higher energy value, and this is crucial, it stops it from ever soaking moisture back up again.
So how does it actually work? Well, it's basically a 5-stage journey. You start at the mine with that low-grade 3,400 rated coal. It goes through an initial drying phase, and then it enters the CIT machine. This is the magic box. In there, the patented technology does its thing, boosting the energy rating all the way up to over 6,000. What comes out is a high-value product, ready to be shipped anywhere in the world.
Let's just really hammer this point home, because it's important. Other methods out there, they're basically just surface treatments. Yeah, they dry the coal, but it can easily soak up moisture again, especially on a long sea voyage. The CIT process, on the other hand, is a permanent structural upgrade. It fundamentally changes the coal's properties so it can't take that water back in. That right there, that's the game changer. Now, having a groundbreaking technology is one thing, but actually bringing it to market at scale, that takes the right team. And this is where a pretty world-class partnership comes into play. This joint venture is just a perfect mix of expertise. You've got 4 key players, and each one has a totally critical role. NEI is the local partner. They've got the coal and the land. K brings the hardcore scientific R&D. CIT, of course, brings its patented tech. And then DBK handles all the logistics and has the market connections to sell the upgraded coal. It's like a perfect industrial symphony.
So, you combine the resource, the technology, and the perfect partners. What do you get? Well, this is where the numbers start to get really, really impressive.
Just take a look at these projections. The plant can chew through 3,400 tons of coal every single day, and it slashes the moisture content by 38%. That works out to a potential daily revenue of $56,000. But here's the kicker, the payback period. The entire initial investment is expected to be paid back in just a year and a half. That is an unbelievably efficient business model. This simple chart really tells the whole story, doesn't it? You start with that blue bar on the left, a $25 burden. You run it through the process and you end up with the orange bar on the right, a $78 opportunity. It's probably the clearest picture of value creation you'll ever see. But hey, the story doesn't just end with one plant. The real power here is the potential to do this again and again. This isn't just a project, it's a blueprint for the future. This quote from the project partners just says it all. They don't see this as a one-off factory. They see it as a template, something that can be copied and scaled all across Indonesia, unlocking the value from the country's most abundant resource on a massive scale. And that leaves us with one last really powerful question to think about. I mean, sure, the story is about coal in Indonesia, but the principle here is universal, right? What other burdens or undervalued resources are just sitting out there waiting for the right technology and the right partnership to come along and unlock their true potential? It's a pretty fascinating thought to end on.